At an Atlanta rehabilitation center, Lisa Conklin went with him and tells us he's ready to come home.
Stretch by stretch, David Parde gets a little more stronger, a little more ready to face the road that lies ahead. But the past 2.5 months haven't been easy. The long days have forced the 26-year-old to reach deep into his heart and find more strength than he's ever needed in his entire life.
But my knee keeps doing that, you know? So I can't hold, it's hard to hold your knee up. Frustrating, fun, ticks you off in a minute, you know, and good days and bad days, you know. It's been hard, I've laughed most of the time to keep from crying, you know.
It's the laughter and the determination to return to the force that keeps him going. Parde has endured 4.5 hours of intense physical therapy 5 days a week, straining to increase his upper body strength. Even the simplest tasks have become new challenges. Parde came here with his heart set on walking out. Now he'll leave with the harsh realization his dream won't come true.
You know, you think, no, not me, you know, I ain't been in no wheelchair, you know, and I've got this and I've got that, and I can do this and I can do that. But you push a mile in my chair, doing what I have to do, it'll make you appreciate what you got.
But David Parde's rehabilitation goes far beyond this room. He's learned how to drive again and even how to change a car tire, lessons that challenge him to use his arms instead of his legs. He grows through trial and error, like learning to jump this makeshift curb. With the help of physical therapist Susan McLeod, he doesn't give up until the mission's accomplished.
From the first couple of days, I was, you know, it's like, oh boy, you know, he's going to be a toughie, but he's done real good. So he's independent in his transfers, he's independent in most of his bed mobility and his wheelchair mobility. So he's pretty much, he can go home and live independently.
Shooting was a piece of cake compared to this. You know,
of his legs.
All right, here you go.
has not been able to go out the patrol car and climb in, you know. It's the only regret I got. Everybody else going outside the patrol car, me rolling down the hallway, you know.
But the regrets are few this day as David Parde reaches a milestone in his life.
I came in as a police officer. I'm definitely going home one, you know. Damn sure going home one.
The uniform that put Lexington police officer Parde in here is the same uniform he's proudly wearing home. His undying determination to return to the police force pulled him through the past 2.5 months of physical therapy. But it's a battle he isn't facing alone. He quickly made friends here in Georgia. East Point police officer Charlie Pritchard stood by Parde's side since the day he arrived.
You try not to think about it. It's one of the things that you don't like to see, but you know in the back of your mind it could happen. I believe that I walked away with a relationship that'll last a lifetime, and I hope David feels the same.
His graduation from rehabilitation is anything but somber. It's payback time. Payback for pranks he's pulled on other patients and nurses. Parde says it's the laughter that's kept him going.
This was the hardest thing of all right here. Leaving. Made so many friends, and just a hard road to travel.
Following his goodbyes, Officer David Parde will take 2 months off before returning to the Lexington Police Department. He's coming back a different man with new dreams.
I'm just coming home. I may be in a wheelchair, but I'm going home.
In Atlanta, Lisa Conklin, News 2.
David Parde plans to spend the next few days visiting police departments in the Atlanta area, and then sometime next week, he'll return to the Piedmont.
A Randleman man